To quickly start using the free DeepSeek V4 Fast, you need to log into OpenModel API. In one of the announcements there will be news about the software. Next, go to the API case section and generate a new key for yourself. Or you can keep the existing one if you often use OpenModel. The process is fairly standard and easy to follow. After clicking continue, your key will be generated. I recommend saving it somewhere, because I will delete this one after the video is released. You'll see that the key is active. Then go to the list of models and make sure that DeepSeek is free. As you can see, it is. And you can explore its documentation and check its stats. After that, open your IDE. I'll use PyCharm as an example. First, I recommend requesting information about available models from the server using your key. The code for this is in the OpenModel documentation, so it's easy to find. Insert your API key and send GET request to the endpoint that provides model information. You'll get a response, and you can quickly search for the model using Ctrl+F. Found it? Great! You won't need this code later, but I recommend keeping it as a comment. Next, go to the OpenModel website and open their documentation again. There will be a separate section for this event. Scroll down a bit and find the integration code. Copy it into your IDE. There are only two variables in this code, one for the request and one for the response, plus a simple print statement to output the result. You only need to slightly modify it according to the instructions and everything will work. Paste your API key into the appropriate field, then try sending a hello request on the line 15 and you get an error. There are two issues here. The first is the endpoint and the second is an incorrect index in the list. First, let's fix only the endpoint to confirm the index issue. We see an error because the object at position 1 does not contain the required field. Change it to index 1 and run it again. Meanwhile, you can also explore some Chinese, so you don't get stuck. Or you can ask DeepSeek to respond in English or another language you prefer. Success? You can also start a conversation by replying to its output. Now let's do something different. If we don't wanna keep editing comments in the code and endlessly expanding it, we'll isolate the API key and reference it instead, so we don't have to change it in every project. Let's create a function and move our variable into it. The class from the previous file is imported there as well. Don't forget to return the client, otherwise it will throw an error. Now, we create another function to separate the logic of the two blocks. We pass the client from the previous function and a custom variable into it. Then we again return the message. Same logic applies, just don't forget about list indexing. Finally, we print everything out. Inside print, we directly call the message, using the client from the head function based on the API key, as well as our input. Run this quick hacky setup, type something into the console, press enter. And that's basically everything you need to know about quickly integrating this into any project. Just make sure your tool is checked the docs. That was Adam. Subscribe and see you next time.